This video is made possible by the Corporation for YouTube Broadcasting, and from monthly Patreon support by viewers like you. Thank you.
No, I'm telling you it's mighty nice. Each trip's a trip to paradise with my baby on board.
For the last time, the mini-bot choir is for emergencies only. Stinking mini-bots thinking they can sing whenever and wherever they darn well please. Why, hello YouTube! Greetings from the Lazy Eyebrow Reviewer. Today we're taking a look at paint, stickers, accessories, and add-ons for none other than Siege Optimus Prime. In review 102A, I said this was probably the best Optimus that ever was to date. So, how do you improve on perfection? Well, in standard form for this channel, customizations. And below you'll find the timestamps for each subject, as I'm sure a lot of you are here for a very specific reason. So to start off with, paint and Toyhax labels. So the first thing I did to Siege Optimus was grab a set of the Toyhax labels for this figure. This features particular details such as cel-shaded windows, Autobot insignia shoulders, windshield wipers, because even on Cybertron acid rain is a thing that needs wiped. Also on the forearms you'll find the yellow triangles that are very much Prime's arms. Another added bonus on the forearm and the shoulder details is that it covers up the weathering, or whatever everyone decided was battle damage. So for those that don't enjoy the look of faded and chipped paint from millennia-old robots, well, these stickers can help your figures look fresh. As mentioned before, labels are included to bring out the orange of Optimus' axe, and as one commenter in Part A mentioned, plugging the axe into Optimus' forearm can help give the illusion that the axe is coming out of his hand, rather than him holding just a standard axe. Now, one of my favorite things that came with the Toyhax set was a pair of molded smokestacks for Optimus. They came in black, however with chrome labels to wrap around. So what I did was take the Molotov chrome pen and paint the original stacks that are molded into the shoulders, as well as the stack upgrades themselves, all in chrome. Then added the stickers for extra effect, and it's a look I quite enjoy. Another feature of the stack upgrades is they can be pulled off to be used like mini pistols. I'm not entirely crazy about this idea, but it does add play value, so bonus? Another thing I applied the chrome to is the ab details that were originally white. I've always known this detail to be gray or metallic silver, and on my G1 figure it was chrome, so it gets to be chrome here too. And a lot of people pointed out in the comments that the truck roof, or the back plate, depending on how you look at it, can slide off relatively easy on a mushroom peg that I somehow missed the first time. Anyways, I just keep it off and it improves the aesthetics of the figure so much. So that about the covers the robot mode and its upgrades. Let's jump down into the truck mode, where a lot of what we've pulled off is able to shine brightly. So first off, the previously mentioned truck roof doesn't even need to be reattached to the arm. The front windows and the pegs keep it nicely secure and in place. So beyond that, let's talk paint. Originally there was a white stripe running along the front of the truck, and that was it. The G1 toy had chrome run around the entirety of the truck, so I busted out the chrome pen and not only made the white stripe chrome, but continued the stripe around 3 out of the 4 sides of the truck. As for labels, the cel-shaded windows really shine in this mode as it covers up the translucent plastic, in addition to adding more cel-shaded windows to complete more of a windowed look around the side. And that's not the only place that it covers it up, as now the front grille is now a grille. Headlights are actually headlights, and these labels are also modified as the labels came with yellow lights, however I made them chrome. Up top on the truck roof, running lights also cover up where translucent blue is hanging out up top. The bumper has been chromed out, the smokestack looked brilliant. Overall, this truck looks amazing now. Some people were complaining that others are a little less than thrilled over Cybertronian designs. Here's the thing though, all these stickers make the vehicle look close enough to an Earth design that they can enjoy it, and if you like your Cybertronian design, that's cool too. You can like your figure, we can like ours, and we can all agree that Siege Optimus Prime is an amazing figure no matter which way you slice it, decorate it, or paint it. Okay then, something I pointed out, and something that some people seem to miss in their reviews, is that there is a 5mm peg right at the back of the truck underneath blue flaps that are closed out of the package, and the instructions casually forget to mention, conveniently placed right dead center. And something else that's convenient is that LEGO's Technic friction pins fit perfectly in the 5mm hole, which means that with a little bit of creative designing, we can have a trailer for Siege Prime. This is a custom-built 7x32 stud by 7 brick tall box with wheels. This is just version 1 though, and I'll get into why in a bit. But first I'll cover how it's built. To build the box, I built the base 7x32 studs. Siege Prime himself is 6.5 studs wide, but the wheels on Prime come out to about 7, so I went with 7. To accomplish this, I took 8 4x8 plates and cut half a stud off with a hacksaw until they fit perfectly at 7 wide. If you don't want to modify Lego like this, you can easily go with 6 studs wide and it would work, or you can jump to 8 if you want your trailer wider than Prime, much like how MP10's trailer was wider than MP10. After that, build your walls in a U-shape 6 bricks tall. However, make sure that in the center you have some sort of ability to attach a pin. If you have a 7 wide trailer, then do what I did and have a brick stick out with 1 stud. But if you have an even number, you're going to need something like this to accommodate your pin. After that, build your roof by building a plate roof that covers your trailer and finish it off with tiling. This will make your box exactly 7 bricks tall from base to roof. If you want just a static trailer, go ahead and build your box in a complete 4-sided box and move on to the axles. If you want an opening door like I did, well, let's cover that. I used this type of hinge and made 1 hinge for each stud. Then I added 6 studs past that with plates and then stuck it all together with tiles. In order to really secure this though, I also locked it together with crazy glue, so now that door will always be a door. Now it attaches at the bottom and sits flush at the top of the roof. Now for your trailer base. Because I'm using an odd number of studs, what I did was make a base of studs that covered everywhere the next plate was going to go, and then offset the placement by half a stud. This allows the wheelbase to sit centered with the rest of the trailer, though if you're building your trailer with an even number of studs, you can just skip this step and go on ahead and make a brick base followed with inverse sloped bricks. Finally, make another one of those but with 5 studs long at the bottom, as we're going to set the axle bits here with 1 stud in between. Next, add your axles, your rims, and for this I used these rims but flipped them around so that they were the ones that most closely resembled Siege Prime's wheels, and then add the rubber. I used 23mm wheels, however they just barely clear each other, so I need to find a way to trim down the circumference of the rubber treads so that they get proper clearance of each other. From there, you can build yourself a bumper. I did mine this way. Using ratchet hinges, I also made fenders, add a 3-long Technic pin to the end, and we're ready to roll out. There. Finished. From there, you can add stickers to make it an authentic Prime trailer. A link to these stickers that I made will be in the description. I got the entire sheet printed off at Staples and it cost about $8 Canadian, so whatever they'll charge you in other countries, I can't say. This trailer also cost me about $50 to get in parts from various sellers at Bricklink. How you acquire these parts is up to you, but a link to my personal parts list for this trailer will also be in the description below. Now, I also said that this was version 1. Version 2 is going to include the repair arm, opening trailer walls, and walls made of 1x8s instead of 2x4s, as 2x4s were much cheaper to get for version 1. When version 2 is made, I'll be releasing the parts list and instructions for version 2 as well. So let's talk about some minor grievances I have with this trailer. As I mentioned, the tires don't quite clear each other, and I need to find some way to fix that, whether that's by filing them down or what, until they roll freely. The other problem I have isn't necessarily the trailer's fault. Prime's trailer port is just way too far forward. It should be right between the wheels like Studio Series Prime has it. Instead, it's right up front, which makes the trailer look a little strange when it turns. But on the plus side, Siege Optimus has a port in the first place, which is awesome. So stickers. I've designed stickers that go on these sidewalls, as it ended up being much cheaper and looked a lot better than trying to approximate the trailer design out of bricks. I based this design off of the MP10 trailer, as I feel the MP44 trailer design looks real bland. The back features inaccurate door designs in the sense that those are hinges, and they're supposed to swing outwards, not down, but I don't care because I like the look. I put the trailer ID off in the corner, that's a reference to G1 Prime, or at least one of them. Dangerous goods tags are in the bottom right. I thought it'd be kind of funny to have radioactive and explosive as his tags. I mean, we gotta be road conscious and legal, right? Finally, the license plate is ripped directly from the Toyhax set for Siege Prime. It's a California-inspired license plate that reads Cybertron instead of California. Camzilla 50 wanted Prime 1 for Siege Optimus, so upping it from 1 to a 2 makes it fit right in with Prime. From there, as the instructions pointed out, the door does indeed open like a ramp, however it's currently too narrow to fit anything in there at the moment. Version 2, however, will have plenty of room for a Legends figure or a toy-accurate blue roller. Roller is made from a blue 2x8, 3 axles, 7 1x2s, 2 tiles, 2 slopes, a jumper plate, 2 walls, a handle, and a translucent red button. If you want them gray or silver, you can easily color swap the parts and it'll fit right in. And well, what more is there to say? It's Roller. If you want to fit in minifigures, just pop out the seat and the accompanying dashboard and pop a figure in to sit. Now, Roller is not the only accessory I've made for Prime. As far as minifigures go, we have Spike with the yellow hard hat, Sparkplug, also with the yellow hard hat, Chip Chase, or Chip McCallahan, depending on what continuity you follow, and finally Carly. All of these were acquired as separate parts through Bricklink. Now for the parts I got from left to right. For Carly, a blonde hair, female head with smile, businesswoman minifigure with light blue arms. For Spike, we have dark brown hair, male face with smirk, Marion Ravenwood torso from Indiana Jones with rubbing alcohol and a Q-tip applied to take off the extra details that make it a female torso, and finally blue pants. For Sparkplug, we have light brown hair, male head with cheek lines, Princess Leia Hoth torso with rubbing alcohol applied to move the extra details to the jacket, blue pants, and that's it. For Chip, we have reddish brown hair, male with glasses, brown Indiana Jones jacket, blue legs, wheelchair with chrome pen highlights. So those are the minifigures for now. One day I'm planning on making a Rule and maybe even an Arkaville, but I'm good with these four for now. However, here's another accessory you can build very easily. A mini Soundwave and Blaster tape decks. Siege Soundwave is currently out, and I can only imagine an inevitable Blaster retool will be a thing since Soundwave doesn't even become a tape cassette anyway. That is, if you don't already have a unique toy sound mixer. So why not complement a Voyager Blaster with a mini transform mode like how MP Megatron has his minigun mode the others can hold while these mass shifting alt mode replacements for your classics collection exist. So Soundwave. 2 1x1 blocks with studs on the side with a corresponding colored tile up top, followed by 2 gray 1x2 tiles at the side and a gray 1x2 plate at the bottom. This would look much better in dark blue, but I wasn't able to color match the sticker as easily. Blaster consists of these pieces and goes together like this. I haven't color matched the light bluish gray perfectly on this yet, but one day I'm planning on reprinting the stickers and getting a much better gray. However, the gray in the description is probably correct by this time. However, in the meantime, Toyhax has a sticker set, link in the description, for cassettes that go on Lego's 1x2 tiles and contains a ton of options for cassettes ranging from well-known to shattered glass to obscure tapes, everything, so you can have an entire cassette team for your Blaster and Soundwave. So that's been my showcase for all the extras that I made with Lego and that I've done with Optimus, Soundwave, and a future Blaster. I've enjoyed making these things. I'm also glad I have minifigures that represent Chip, Spike, Sparkplug, and Carly, as those masterpiece figures were definitely not easy to animate, and Lego, while not overly articulate, is certainly going to stand up a lot better than those tiny little things. This has been the Lazy Eyebrow Reviewer.